Time for the 49ers Rush Podcast. And here's your host, John Chapman.
Oh my goodness. I could not be any happier in this moment right now than to be sitting virtually next to this handsome fella. It's here. We got training camp, Wade.
Yeah.
It is finally here.
I know. I know.
We made it. We made it through the wilderness, and we have content. We got stuff to talk about. Just finished the press conference. So much stuff. We got some clips here today. The people are with us. Wayne, how you feeling, man?
I can't stop smiling. Look, it's like I did the show this morning, and it was pre everything. And then I just got through listening to like pressers, which I thought I was going to fall asleep at some point. But I'm so happy because they're putting clarification on things that we've been going back and forth about. There's no more arguing. You got to hear from the players. It looked like the players were relieved for a long time. Like they've known this information and they couldn't say anything. John, I am so excited. I just can't hide it. Let's go. I know.
And so, like, okay, here's what we're going to do today. We're going to be talking about some of the stuff that went down in the press conference. Who's on PUP? Who's on NFI? Got great news there. I thought we could talk about Trey Lance, and we're going to spend a lot of time on that, I'm sure. But let's start positive, okay?
Positive.
There's not a lot of negatives today, but oh my gosh, I put out my prediction for PUP list players, and I had 8 on the list.
Okay. You were way
2.
off.
It was 2.
It was
Jimmy
2.
Barrett, Charlie Warner, and then Kalia Davis, NFI.
Right.
That's it.
That's it. Well.
There's some asterisks.
There's an asterisk because some people still didn't have their physicals yet.
Yes.
Okay. So there's still physicals pending and players pending to get their physicals. But I mean, to start off with 3, and let's be real. We knew Kalia Davis drafted was going to go on the NFI, right?
Because one, there's not a roster spot for him. There's 4 defensive tackles on 1-year deal. That's a red shirt. They're going to develop him. He's going to step in next year.
Correct.
We've been talking that. Wayne said it several times.
Exactly, John. And so have you. And that's the point. So we knew he was going to be a next year candidate to make the squad, right?
Correct.
That was NFI. I just needed clarification on it. You've been really good at clarifying things. But I think John Lynch said it the best. He was like, look, man, it's another name for PUP list. Is just when you don't get injured during the NFL. Like, right? And I was like, John, I get it now. I get it. It took 3 episodes.
Now, the 3 names, and I'm going to play this clip. The 3 names that were the most shocking to me, and probably the 3 most prominent names, Mike McGlinchey, Azeez Al-Shire, and Javon freaking Kinlaw. Here we go. I got a 10-second clip. Here we go.
McGlinchey, Kinlaw, and Azeez are all in the same boat. They're all cleared to practice, but they all had some pretty serious surgeries. So they're cleared to practice, but we're going to take it easy with them. So it won't be every day.
Oh, won't be every day. That's okay. And again, we have seen this. So the 49ers, after the first year, fired their entire strength and conditioning staff. Then after the 3rd year, they fired their entire strength and conditioning staff. It's just one of those things. But it does seem like, oh, look at this. 49ers throwback steak for the game. He says, Breezy is so happy. He's tired of talking about number 10.
Look at all this gray hair, John. This is number 10 shade of gray right here.
To you.
Yeah.
Oh, man. I love it, man. I love where we are. And before we get to the Jimmy talk, I see your comment, Trey. I want to jump back into star that one for me, Clayton. Shout out to the man, Clayton, behind the scenes. He is running things. He is incredible. Now, I want to talk about these 3 players because I get the whole naming Trey quarterback thing. We knew that was coming. But these 3 players, prominent prominent players. You got your right tackle. You got your number 2 or 3 linebacker, however you want to do that. I don't care. Azeez is so damn important. And your former first-round pick that you traded to Forrest Buckner for and were able to keep Jimmy Ward. It's a little more complicated than that. But these are gigantic 3 quality starters, top-end starters that the 49ers, they're not even on PUP.
They're not on the PUP, bro. And they've been cleared to play. And they're going to take it easy on those guys because Kyle Shanahan said they're coming off of, some serious injuries. So we're going to be a little bit more precautious. Why? Because for some reason, the 49ers, that injury bug, it just finds us. So they're going to be precautious about it as the best as they can, as their best ability. But the fact that they're cleared and they're ready to go out there and give it their all is going to be something serious. Now, training camp is long, guys. We got a long month of football, okay, till we get to September. So we got some time. I don't care if those guys don't train a day in camp until, the week of. They don't have to play in any preseason game. I don't need to see what Javon Kinlaw can do. I definitely don't need to see what Mike McGlinchey can do. And I already know what Azeez Al-Shaair can do. So as long as they are good to go and ready to start up week 1, we are good to go. You know what? Before you continue with this, my favorite thing, the theme that the players talked about, not the coaches, but even the coaches. The key word today was D-E-P-T-H.
I'm dyslexic. I would have misspelled that if I had.
I took my time, bro. I had to take my time with it. The cool thing was hearing Kyle Shanahan talk about the deaf. And I tweeted something, and let me read what I tweeted because I tried to quote him the best of my ability. But his definition, they asked him about the defensive line. And he was talking about the depth of the defensive line. He says, look, man, when we're healthy, we're unstoppable. He said, when we're unhealthy and our depth is good, we're unstoppable. So even the backups, even the reserves, when they're healthy, the defense. Shout out to Chris Kocurek, man. Round of applause, getting them guys whipped into shape.
It's a different feel completely. This feels a lot like 2020. Which didn't go well. You're coming off the Super Bowl loss and all those things, and you're like, oh man, so many great things, hope, and all this stuff. But what did they not have? They didn't have depth. You got all the injuries in week 2, and then it was lights out on the year. We all knew the lights out. It was just bad. Oh, right here, Zachary, appreciate you, my friend. Thank you for the gift. Love it. He says John and Wayne on the 1s and 2s. Thank you for all the Niners coverage. Man, we got through the wilderness, and I want to say shout out to Wayne.
Shout out
that
to
dude
John.
Killed it. We were putting out content. I mean, it's not the easiest thing whenever you're not getting the views.
Content is on a different stratosphere, bro, because I don't know how you have the patience to sit and watch all 22 film. Yeah. Let me explain to y'all something. There's no sound. There's no crack, snapple, pop, nothing. And John is there breaking it down over and over again. I want to give kudos to John because those are the hardest videos to do. Trust me, I've been trying. I'm going to get back on it on the Patreon in the off season, but I'm going to learn from the Jedi Master right here. So
you know who struggles watching film?
Who?
Kyler Murray.
Wait a minute. Murray. I've never seen in the history of the NFL contract put something in the contract about that situation.
No TV, no video games, and you can't be on social media while you watch it. And you just talked about all 22, there's no sound. And whenever you watch it, you got to be kind of honed in. And so for 4 hours, that's the thing. That he has to do 4 hours of film work a week for his contract. Dude, we do that in the freaking off season. That's not hard to do, but some people just aren't film people. And before we, real quick, Devin, thank you so much for your gift. He says, waiting for that Bears game, brother. If y'all don't know Devin, he is a grill master. He's going to be helping us run the tailgate in Chicago. Unlimited beers, unlimited brats, only $30. We're partying before the game in Chicago. We're partying after the game in Chicago. 49ersrushroadtrip.com. Go get your tickets. Also, we got the party the night before, which is going to be incredible. Thank you, Devin, for your contribution. Amazing man.
Great. Hey, whoever is sponsoring the beers and the unlimited stuff, I'm not a beer guy. right? And I don't have to be a hard liquor guy either. But can somebody please grab me some of those High Noons or White Claws? I'll drink a whole 35
If we sponsored it, I just pay for it all out of pocket. And hopefully we sell enough tickets.
We're going to sell these tickets. I'm just saying, have some White Claws.
I'm not good at making money. It's not my goal, but I can throw a party.
But you are good at building communities, and the communities love you.
There we go.
Love you. Miss Debbie. Shout out to Miss Debbie, because we're going to be doing a giveaway at the end of this episode.
Can we tease that a little bit, what the giveaway is?
All right. So we're going to be giving away 2 tickets to tomorrow's training camp session. So you get to go exclusively tomorrow to the first open session. Shout out to Miss Debbie, because she always holds her nephew Wayne Breezy down. She's like, baby, I got something for him. I'm gonna get his way. I say, okay, cool. I'm mad because I want to go, but I can't get on no plane tomorrow to fly out tonight or whatever. I couldn't do it. So shout out to Miss Debbie. If you're in that area, we're going to do a giveaway at the end of this episode. So make sure you stay locked in, and make sure you are subscribed to both channels.
Yes,
we're streaming live on both channels.
Both channels. Which, man, I'm sorry. Again, if you guys haven't caught the morning show with Breezy, it's like one of my favorite things. I'm a morning person, and I got to figure out how to start recording in the morning. I usually do my film work then.
Right, because you're working.
Because a lot of times, like, whenever I record all those roster breakdowns, it's usually like 4:30 in the morning.
Dang.
I've just been a morning guy my whole life. I go to bed at like 8. I'm an old man. Anyway, let's get back to some 49ers stuff, because as this is going on, one of the things I'm holding off the quarterback talk. Now, you know what? Let's do it. Let's just talk about it. Let's just talk about it.
All right.
Okay, here we go. Whose team is this? Because I really do believe he said 20 times this is Trey's team moving forward.
100%.
Like, it's just there. And we have been screaming this from the mountaintops. And people are like, no, trust me, Jimmy, and it's going to be a problem in the locker room. And there's going to be all these things, competition.
Nah.
And sorry for that voice. That's the national media voice that just has no damn clue what the hell they're talking about. It's Trey's team. It's official. It's been announced. Jimmy is never going to practice for this team again.
Ever.
Thoughts on that, Wayne? That's pretty harsh.
No, it's not harsh. It's not harsh. You know why it's not harsh? Because Kyle Shanahan still wants to flip Jimmy and get something for him.
Yep.
So he's not going to risk putting that guy up on the field when the history of the 49ers, injuries since Kyle's tenure, injuries, things happen. Nope. I need him to be as healthy as possible. If there's any setbacks, it's Jimmy's fault. Won't be my fault. Put that on me. So
now,
go ahead.
No. Finish. You keep going. I love that.
I just feel like that's Kyle's philosophy. Like, and on top of that, the fact that he's moving forward, like, and you knew he was moving forward. I'm gonna tell you this, and this is gonna slap some people in the face. Kyle Shanahan was trying to move forward last year, but Jimmy kept showing something. Like you heard him say it last night in the interview with Kawakami. Look, man, we was ready to go with Trey, and then all of a sudden, Jimmy had a bad Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then on Friday he completed every throw. So we went with him. Look, it was evident it was going to happen. It was going to happen, and so it's finally happening. The fact that Kyle Shanahan just on national media lets me know that I think we might want to stop paying attention to anything the national media says. You know, it just doesn't make sense. If you guys aren't paying attention to the 49er content creators and the beat writers out there that really get you that exclusive stuff, shame on you. If you want to go ahead and listen to the national media, that's on YouTube, but be prepared to be receipted. We got receipts.
I think in the past it was different.
Okay.
Because you couldn't get access to teams, right? It just wasn't a thing. And beat reporters would write for their local papers, and that was really it. So you had Sports Illustrated whenever it actually meant something. You had ESPN. You had all these different things. And now those people don't pay attention to the damn teams, and the people that have voices that are there. Why would you listen to anybody that said Mac at 3? And
you're taking it back to the draft. I got you, bro. I'm with you.
Track record's important. It's important.
Very important.
And it's what it is. Now, here's what I want to transition to now. And I'm going to start with the clip from Kyle. So I'm going to let Kyle. Oh, what's up? Juan Salas in the building. Let me just say this. I didn't know Juan was going to be with us. Juan has a big time meeting today for a huge promotion at his job. So send all the positive stuff out. I love this man. He is the best of us. If you haven't met Juan, you're going to get the opportunity this year. He deserves the world plus. Juan, go crush it. I believe in you, man. You're the best of us. Let us know how it goes. You're going to get it. You're going to get it.
100%. It's yours. Claim it.
Now, let's go to Kyle, because this is where I think the conversation is going to go. I've already started getting these emails and DMs on releasing Jimmy Garoppolo. Not so fast.
It made it a lot harder with the surgery. I think that's why everyone knows the situation we're in. And we understand that, so we're not trying to kid ourselves or play any game. I think the whole league understands that. But you also can't just give one of the better quarterbacks in the league, just make him available for no reason to the whole world. So, and the good thing is you can have those conversations with Jimmy, and he understands that too. So we're going to try to do the best for both sides. But there's things we got to work through, and it starts with getting the physical today by our doctors, which I expect that to go well, just like it did with his doctor. And then we'll see how fast this goes. But.
And that's why you can't cut him. Look. Yo, they've been trying to flip Jimmy for a minute. Listen, John, when Jimmy announced he was having surgery, go back and watch the look on John Lynch's face. Mm-hmm. He was like, this mother freaker.
Well, you heard Shanahan and Lynch several times say we were blindsided. Yeah, we weren't sure. We didn't know. Like, they didn't know these things. The teams that were trading for Jimmy didn't know. Part of me, I don't know. I don't want to go down that rabbit trail.
But you get what I'm trying to say, though. Like, it was just like they've been trying to do it. The day of the exit pressers, they clearly let us know that they were ready to move on to Trey Lance. They told us that day. Yeah. Jimmy gave his farewell speech that day.
Almost cried.
Facts. And then what happened? Jimmy threw a curveball, and my thing was, how was the organization blindsided? Y'all supposed to have people up on top of this stuff. Go ahead.
I want to get, I'm sorry. I was trying to talk to Clayton, the producer. Dan, I want to say thank you for this gift. Super chat. Throw that back up there. Yeah. Throw that back up there if you can, Clayton. He says, teams will still stack the box on us. You are 1000% correct.
Yeah. But this time it's different.
But this time, Wayne and I aren't even going to answer this. No. This was probably one of my favorite clips. They asked Kyle Juszczyk, the Swiss Army knife, which I don't know if that came out yet or not, but we did his show this morning on the roster countdown. Listen to him answer. This is a 36-second clip, but it's incredible. The thing that he is most excited about Trey Lance, Kyle Juszczyk going to answer your question for you.
Yep, I agree with George on that big time. I think that's where Trey can really be dynamic, is when the play does break down. He has the athleticism to really make the defense pay for it. But I'm excited about his big play ability. He, again, in practice, plays are scripted, so it's not always indicative of exactly what you're going to do in the game. You know, it's predetermined what your reads are and that kind of thing. But just felt like Trey was hitting a lot of deep shots in OTAs, and I'm excited to see that carry over.
Take it away, Wayne. Take it away, Wayne.
Well, see, when it comes to Juice talking about it, the big playability. And so you got to factor in, what Kittle said, what Armstead said, what Juice is saying. We're talking about the players now. The players are up close and personal with this. I know the coaches are out there evaluating. The players aren't evaluating, right? The players are actually working together to figure out continuity, chemistry, all that good stuff. To hear Juice sit there and says, hey, man, this kid got this thing, it's called big playability, and he can get the ball down the field. So when you talk about stacking the box, okay, you can put 8 people up there if you want to. Come on. Guess what they added? First of all, they drafted a guy named Brandon Ayuk who could take the top off the defense. Then they just drafted a faster version of Brandon Ayuk who could take the top off the defense. And Trey can throw the ball 70 yards down the field. So you go stack the box, and you leave me with the one-on-one. The one thing Trey Lance does that Jimmy can't do,
yeah,
is locate man-to-man coverage Hallelujah. And when he does, the ball goes flying down the field. Now the wide receiver just got to catch it.
Yeah.
That's what he does. That's what he does. That's what he
And
does.
you know what I want to add on, and why I think Kyle Juszczyk talked about the deep ball. Think about all those wheel routes where Kyle's just running down the numbers and has to stop, or he has to dive, and like that's a thing of the past.
That's Kyle
done.
Shanahan play.
Yeah.
He signed Juice, extended Juice just because of that one play. You can factor in the utility crap all you want. Juice can catch a pass if it's thrown in his vicinity. He has a catch radius. That boy can catch.
Hide your kids, hide your wife.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it, James.
It's time, awesome. Man. It's turned up time, man. I've been real reserved. I've been saving up energy. I got energy cubes for days, bro, in this refrigerator over here, bro. We got time. We could talk.
And I think I get it. Okay. Another big issue that we have in today's world is that, you know, we pick these players that we swear our allegiance to, and that's not a bad thing. We're fans, we're fanatics. That's where it comes from, right? But the team first. And if you're a Jimmy G guy or you're a Trey Lance guy, those aren't mutually exclusive. Jimmy had his time. And I love Jimmy for what he accomplished with this team. He brought us out of the depths. No doubt about it.
100%.
But that time is over. Whether you disagree with the move or whatever, it's over. So if you're a Jimmy G, quote unquote, truther or whatever you want to say, that's cool. Now it's time to be a Trey truther. That's allowed. You can like Joe Montana and Steve Young. You're allowed to. Nobody's going to get mad at you. So you're a fan of the team. The new QB1 is in town. We've known who it is all offseason. And if you've staked your claim that Jimmy's still going to be the guy, well, that's okay. I'm wrong all the time. Wayne's wrong once a month, maybe.
I'm wrong all the time, too. It's okay being wrong.
Yeah. And right here, USMC, appreciate your service. I assume you serve. I'm so impressed with Shanahan taking over the narrative and said we aren't messing around with this any longer. He could not have been more black and white. Not have been more.
He also said something like, he said, I don't know how to make my words any clearer, like more clear. I think that's what he said. It's all clear as a word. I don't know how to make my words any more clear. But yeah, and then he came with that statement at the end, yo.
I love it, man. I love it.
Kyle, man, I tell you, man, Kyle is he's a fun one. He's a fun one, man.
You could tell, like, you know, like in video games where you have that like status bar of health, like his patience meter. You could just see it dissipating smaller and smaller, and it's just like, what do you want me to say, dummy? Like that's what he's like, what do you want me to say? I can't be more clear with my words. Like,
I just want to know how Kyle doesn't drop an F-bomb in any of the media pressers. That takes a lot of restraint and really good communication skills, because I can see that these reporters, they be trying to pull out the F-bombs.
Yeah, it's bad. And you know, you and I as teachers, we have a history of like censoring ourselves for years.
That's right. I forgot. But every now and then, John.
Oh yeah.
Every now and then.
It happens.
Because kids need to be taught to in the only ways they can understand and comprehend. Do you understand these words that are coming out of my mouth?
Yes. Nobody understands the words that are coming out of your mouth. Shout out to Chris Tucker. I love it. I love it. Now, another major thing that I want to talk about that I thought, man, they kind of like led with this a little bit. The center position. I really thought this was a big deal whenever they talked about what we thought initially was that Brunskill would move to center and then a right guard rookie or somebody would step in. But then it was like, nope, Jake Brindle, all those things. Not so fast, my friends. While, yes, Jake Brindle was getting all the center snaps in minicamp and OTAs, sounds like Brunskill's probably going to be moving over. Do you agree?
I think he's starting that center, bro. Like, you know why? He's Kyle Shanahan guy. Kyle trusts his guys.
He's played at center in the past. Plus, look at who they brought in. They didn't bring in centers. They brought in a bunch of guards.
They brought in a bunch of guards. A bunch of guards and a few tackles. And here's the thing. Kyle Shanahan's going to have guys he's going to be able to develop and stash on the squad, and he's going to be having to have guys he can be able to call up and be ready to go. He already has guys from last year that he's going to be comfortable with that he might shift around. You know who's going to be Cole McKivitz, man.
He should be playing guard.
He should be playing guard. He should be playing guard, but they might convert him to a swing tackle, and I wouldn't be surprised if you see him battle out Justin School. This is going to be something phenomenal to watch at camp. There are battles and competition at every position except for one, maybe two, maybe three. Kicker, punter, long snapper, all three locks.
That's about it.
And Trey Lance, so four. All four locks.
Punter shouldn't be a lock, but that's okay. I digress. Collie, what's up, man? He says, I don't know. I like Brunny at center. I do like him too, but here's the problem. Well, I like Brunny. I don't mind him. We just have never seen it. We've seen it, preseason. He's got the experience as far as practice, but just not in games.
Listen,
I don't think that they mind him. I think the issue is this. You've got Shanahan wants depth at positions. If you move Brunskill to center, you've got a solid 2, which is so important. You've got to have 2 good centers going into every single game.
Correct.
If you look at guard, there's 6.
Correct.
6. So, in my opinion, Tommy, appreciate the question. He says, who is playing right guard? Okay. Aaron Banks left guard, Brunskill center. Here's my projection. I'm going, all right, here we go. I'm going McKivitz, Jalen Moore, then the rookies. If a rookie starts competing for that spot, oh boy.
Hey, what position do you see Jason Poe playing in the NFL?
Man, I want to play in D-line, but it ain't going to happen.
I know.
Center would be ideal.
That ain't gonna
Center
happen
would
either.
be ideal.
Okay, so let's see how he develops in this training camp, because that might be an asterisk you might have to mark on your piece of paper, because now you might have this crazy versatile hybrid guy.
Yeah.
That's going to,
and what if they only keep one of Donovan West or Jason Poe? That's going to be telling on the practice squad.
Okay.
I don't think either one of them is going to make the actual 53
man.
man.
Making the 53.
That's okay. That, again, when a player doesn't make the 53, doesn't mean it's over. Does not mean it's over. Shout out to Juwan Jennings, Emmanuel Mosley, Ross Dwelly. Like, we can go on and on and on. Like, the 49ers have a history of keeping these players around that don't make the 53. That doesn't mean they're gone. It just means you got to wait and develop. Which is what this team is all about. Redshirting, right? Redshirting.
That's it.
Now, speaking of which, I want to put this out. Wayne and I were talking the other day about when we think the Deebo contract will take place. So I threw this up on Twitter. It's my pinned tweet at JL_Chapman, and all the Patreon members obviously are entered in as well. For an autographed Deebo Samuel jersey for free. All you got to do is go retweet my pinned tweet on Twitter and tell me when you think he is going to sign his deal. So, like, let's just say I said August 2nd. So let's say 20 people say August 2nd. I'll pick one of those winners at random. There's only one jersey. I know everybody gets it, but if you want to participate, Patreon, you just got to throw that in the comments, or on Twitter, retweet that at JL_Chapman. Tell me what your guess is. And hey, it's going to be coming down soon, baby. It's going to be coming down soon.
Right.
You said the 8th.
I said the 8th. It's around the corner. It's next weekend. It's next weekend. After the next weekend, it's that Monday. Put it like that.
That Monday. All right. I got the 2nd. He's got the 8th. We'll see. Hopefully sooner the better now. And remember, we are also giving away tickets to, is it one ticket to the training camp thing? Is that right?
It's 2 tickets, I believe, to the training camp thing.
If you got a friend, look at you. You can bring somebody. I don't have friends. All right. Lake City Fresh. What's up, man? He says, I think Bronny is very smart. After watching his interview, I'm comfortable with wherever he is. Yeah, right. He's comfortable. I don't mind him as a number 2. I love him as a number 2. But at the same time, I'm not sold on him being the starter. Wayne, you want to take this one?
All right, Terra Dome, the Bishop's in the building. Upside to the new 4 offensive linemen, they are now accountable to Trey as much as Kyle. He can now get on them arbitrarily as well. I agree. Like this is the team that we're going to witness. All right, the Jimmy team is in the past. You kept the best pieces from that team on the offensive line. You kept Trent Williams, right? And then you're hoping Mike McGlinchey comes back. And you got this Brunskill guy who's, guess what? Been serviceable and he's been healthy. Let's just let's keep it a buck. Now you're going to insert the pieces that you drafted for Trey Lance, the Aaron Banks, maybe the Jalen Moore at the right guard spot. Who knows? You also got Colton McKivitz. These were all drafted for future references. That's why you draft linemen, especially when you don't draft them in the first or second round. You get them later in the round. They're there to develop because you have a plan. They're part of the Trey plan. Yep. So now we're going to watch these guys go out there and work. And like you said, man, they're going to be held accountable. I like that. All right. So, John, let me ask you this question. There are 2 tickets, right? So how about should we break them up and do one right now?
I'm down for sure. Yeah, these are your tickets. You and Debbie, you guys are generous. I love it, man.
Dude, let's break them up. If you can't, let's break them up. Like, actually, should we ask them? Do you want us to break up the tickets? So
they're going to be divided. Some people have friends, some people don't.
Okay. I don't want it to feel bad. How many people do we have on the live stream right now?
I'm looking at about 250 across all platforms.
Jesus Christmas, 250. All right, what we're gonna do is we're gonna do this. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. What I'm gonna do is we're gonna pick a number random, from 1 to 250.
Oh, 1 to 250. So y'all got to put this in the comment section now.
Hold on. Let me get the app going.
1 to 250. You got to pick that now. Throw that up in the chat and again, if you win, you could give this away to somebody else. If you're not in the Bay Area, you can't make it out, or you got to work. Trust me, there are people that want these tickets.
All right. I want to show everybody that I'm doing the random app. The parameters are set from 1 to 250. Okay, are we ready? Set.
Throw it up in the chat. Now, again, this is the closest to it and the first on my feed. Because we're on so many different channels at different times, the feed order changes. So just because your number is first on yours doesn't mean it is on mine. I'm not trying to cheat anybody. I love you all equally.
And John, while we do it, should we give him 30 seconds?
Yeah, go ahead. So, you guys, because it's a little bit of a delay. So you got 30 seconds. Throw up a number, 1 to 250. The closest number to this gets 1 ticket to tomorrow's training camp. Is that correct?
That's correct. And then we'll do one at the end of the show. How about we do that?
One at the end of the show. So throw that up in there. From 1 to 250, throw that up there. Now, here's back to your point about the O-lineman before this timer goes off. Guess who Trey Lance was working with all last year? The number 2 offensive line. Jake Brindle, Aaron Banks, Colton McKivitz.
Oops.
Oh, there we go. All right. I'm going to cut it off. So
the number is
176,
and we got us a winner.
Do we already? Hey, guess what? That's when I think that's the pick Samuel Womack was drafted. 176. That's what's up.
All right. So who do you see on your feed as the winner? Because I saw it. I got
Did you see a 176?
Ice Cold.
Oh, Ice Cold. Yep, that's the first one of mine too. Shout out to Ice Cold, baby.
All right, Ice Cold. Here's how you get the ticket, right? What you're gonna do is you're gonna DM me on Twitter, and then we're gonna forward you to Miss Debbie so she could do the transfer. All right, that's how you get the ticket. You DM me on Twitter. Bada boom, bada bing, bing. We'll go ahead and forward you over to her, and then boom, you'll be set and squared to go tomorrow. You got to call out of work, bro, and you better send us pictures too, man, and make sure we get exclusive photos from you.
We want your camp report now. Come on,
Facts.
That's what we want.
You going there to work to Ice Cold. Now I want to sing that hey now song. Hey ya.
I'm the biggest. I went to Roscoe's Chicken and Waffle one time, one of my favorite places in LA. And sure enough, guess who walks in? Andre 3000.
Andre 3000.
I'm like, dude, I freaking love your work, man.
Ooh, I like it. Ooh,
there we go. Southern rap's the best rap. Sorry, I don't care. It's not a debate. All right, now let's talk a little bit about, again, we talked about the pup guys, we talked about Jimmy G, we talked about the O-line. Now, I'm going to get a lot of questions about D Ford. And again, I think this is something that has to be clarified. Again, he said, we're working with the Players Association on this, and we're working on it. Like, they couldn't say a lot because there's something going on. There's something going on about this transaction's a little weird. Now, let me say this, and this is important to always keep in mind when talking about D Ford. You do not get Trent Williams and his deal if D Ford doesn't do the 49ers a solid and redo his deal and kick money to the future. So constantly keep that in tension. It's very easy for fans to turn on players and get all whatever. D Ford has done nothing wrong but be injured, and that ain't on him. Okay, he put his body on the line not once, not twice, but 3 times. So we ain't that crowd. There's going to be other crowds that are different. We ain't that. Oh, what's up, Debbie? She says, I'd love to meet the ticket winners tomorrow. Look for me wearing game pin filled top hat. Debbie is can't miss. She's the sweetest person in the room, no matter how many people are there. Absolutely awesome. So thankful for what you bring to the community. What's up, Perk? Oh, man, I love it, man. We got lots of fun people here. Coach Cruz, what's up, man? Love it. Yeah, and I think this is the issue. Coach Cruz, Anthony, always bringing it. This dude's as tuned in as they get. Sound like a medical disagreement amongst his doctor and the team doctor, perhaps, about clearing the physical. Because if he doesn't pass the team's physical, then you have to do an injury settlement. Okay?
Correct.
If he passes the physical, then you can cut him and whatever's left on the deal he gets. But if he's not, and if he's not retiring, then that's where it's got to go. So, like, this is it's not going to affect the cap so much. It's going to affect just millions of dollars out of Jed York's money. But that's a whole nother thing.
Yeah, until 2025 too. So he'll be getting a nice little check.
Yeah, good for him. I will always side on the side of players whenever it's getting paid. He's the one that's going to have a banged up body the rest of his career. I don't know how much money Jed York has, but I'm pretty sure he ain't going to miss it. Anyway, now, Wayne, is there anything that we haven't touched on yet? I know you got a gig tonight. What have we not touched on yet? The good news is we're going to keep getting more content.
All right,
so there's a lot more coming.
What are your thoughts on the halt still about Deebo Samuel? Because that's a big thing. And I know we're talking about, it sounds like John is pretty clear that they're going to get a deal done, right? It's just timing.
So Deebo's working his tail end off, and he's making that very well known, which is very smart by him and his agent. He's been in Santa Clara for over a week, working very, very diligently. So that's the issue. He's not going to be practicing. Okay. He's going to be on the sideline, and he'll be doing just like he did during OTAs and minicamp. He already reported. That's great news. You look across the NFL and you're seeing other players not report, like Orlando Brown, Jesse Bates. There's other players off the top of my head, but he's going to be there. He's just not going to be getting snaps. The sooner he gets snaps, the better, but it's still negotiation. It's still negotiation. So he's going to sign. There's no doubt in my mind.
No doubt in my mind either.
It's just going to take time, guys.
It's going to take time. So for Deebo, be patient. For the Jimmy Garoppolo situation, don't care anymore, because at this point, Trey Lance is the guy. Yep. See, my only concern, John, was if Jimmy stayed on this roster, would Kyle Shanahan itch his way back to a Jimmy Garoppolo? And after tonight, don't leave your girl around me. True player for real. That's my man for real. No, after tonight, after hearing Kyle Shanahan talk, man, it's clear and present danger that this is Trey's team now. He said that. Those are the words that came out of his mouth. He projected those words. And then you heard Kyle Juszczyk say, finally, man, because we've been knowing for about 3-4 months now. Like, we knew this. Like, we all felt this. We're so glad the other Kyle, the coach Kyle, said it. You know what I'm saying? And so this is great news for us. Go ahead.
Yeah, can you pull that comment? But yeah, thank you, man. Clayton's got this on lockdown, man. Great job, producer of the show.
Good job,
Lake City Fresh. I love this comment. This was on the TK show that Kyle said he and Deebo are on the same page as far as his usage. And he elaborated by basically saying, the whole debate about how many carries. He's a wide receiver. He wants to be paid like that, not a running back. Kyle said very adamantly, what's best for the team to win the game? Deebo and I are in accordance in that. And that's what's key. So, but if you look back at Deebo in the last couple of years, early on in the year, he's not getting many carries. I think that's going to continue.
It comes down later to the
crunch time. Crunch time, you get the ball to your best players, right? It's MJ. When the game's on the line, put the ball in my hands. Deebo's a baller. That ain't going to change. Not going to change.
Kyle also added that Deebo is a football player that wants to win games. So don't forget to factor that in there because that's most important. And I think Deebo is a football player that wants to win games, meaning he'll do whatever he's asked to do out there on the football field. The issue is, what they gonna pay this man, right? Like, okay, you want me to do this? You want me to do this? You want me to do this? You need me to do this? Cool. I was cool doing it. I showed you that I could do it. I showed you I could be productive. And he also said that Deebo is going to get paid. Like they know that Deebo is going to get paid. He said that Deebo Samuel worked his tail off to get paid. So it just comes down to Kyle leaves the room on the payment parts. He's in there on the usage parts, but he has to leave the room on the payment parts. Now, John and Parag, they just got to figure it out. And Deebo's guy, it just takes time.
And it's going to get done. It's going to get done. Now, one thing that I do want to say real quick before we do another giveaway, make sure you guys come on out. We've always got our whole thing, 49ersrushroadtrip.com. We got the great freaking Frank Gore coming out to our Denver trip, 49ersrushroadtrip.com, Blake Street Tavern. We're going to be there all day Saturday night. We're going to be there Sunday tailgating. But if you want to meet the legend, Frank Gore, you got to come out Saturday
night, baby.
And again, tickets, you can get an entry price tickets, $10 to get an autograph, $49. He's going to autograph whatever the hell you want. So I'm just throwing that out there.
Wait a minute. See what happens. Never mind. Okay.
Now, if you were one of the ones that bought an early ticket before we got Frank Gore on, guess what? I'm biting the bill. I'm paying the difference. So if you bought a $35 ticket beforehand, you get everything. You get the autograph, you get entrance. I'm covering the difference because you believed in us. By the way, working on deals with 2 other players for the rest of the season. So currently. And so if you want to buy tickets to any of our Rush Road trips, which we're going to every away game, if we do get a player, guess what? I foot the extra of the bill. You get everything. It only benefits you to buy now. So head over there, 49ersrushroadtrip.com. This is going to be Frank Gore's last year doing this, by the way. So just throwing that out there.
Clayton, can you pull up Melissa's comment real quick about she wants to know if John could give me 10 of the biggest Jordan Willis plays. More than just that block punt.
Ooh. Yeah, let me dive into it. Yeah, no problem. I love this, and I'll throw it up on Patreon, and I'll share that with you. Melissa, give me your email so that I can send you the direct link and all that stuff. Yeah, I'll put that up. I'll get that on Patreon, and yeah, no problem.
She wants you to prove it to me because I just think Jordan Willis is not a one-play guy. It's not what I said. I just feel like he's got some competition. Okay.
He does. There's a lot of competition.
Yeah. So she wants you to prove to me that he's more than just a block punt guy. Now, if you could find 10 plays, man, you did some studying because I like, yeah. But then again, like I said, it's going to come down to Ray. Like, you got some guys. I don't think Jordan Willis is a lock just because they signed him. Yeah, and so there's some edge rushing guys that's going to be out there that's going to come out there and put it in. But I will say that Jordan Willis definitely was coming along toward the end of the season, and that block punt was the reason why we went to the NFC Championship game.
I will say this, in Jordan Willis's 2 year, he's appeared in 17 games for the 49ers since we traded for him. He's got 10 quarterback hits. So yeah, I got to go. That's going to be a time consuming thing, but I love Melissa, and whatever she wants, I will do because she's incredible. Appreciate your support, Melissa.
Awesome.
Shajay, thank you. Like, subscribe, Patreon. Come on, guys. If you smell what your team is cooking, do you smell? I love it.
Team is cooking.
Wayne, let's do another giveaway, man.
Let's do it, baby. All right. So same thing. How many people we got in here now?
It's more now. 277.
God dang, the number jumped up. All right. From 1 to 277. Hey, I tell you what, man, if my man wins again, he just wins again. All right. Now you guys
got to throw up in the comments 1 to 277. Pick your number. The first one that comes across my feed, you guys get a free ticket to tomorrow's. Oh, man, talk about joining our live shows. If you listen to the audio podcast, that's great. We love y'all. But we're able to do a lot more interactive. We're big on community, and I get some people are anti-YouTube, Twitter, anti-Twitch, anti-Facebook, all those things. I get it. I hate Facebook, but that's okay. We're able to do a lot more here. So not that we're trying to go against our home crowd, the people that listen the following day. That's okay. We just get to do more. But we love y'all. We love everybody. But
100%.
Yeah, we got
It's
it. So we're
always
getting the
nuts.
comments coming in here now. You got about 20 seconds left.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man. Hey, quick question while we wait. Next week, we are in August. Is the John and Wayne show going back to 3:30 or is it going to be staying at this time?
I think I have one more engagement.
I don't mind staying early. Early's better for me.
Well, if it's better for you, they don't seem to mind it either because
No.
they're tuned in. So we can leave it at this time for right now. If
Y'all
that's cool.
tell us in the chat. Y'all like this time or do you want us moving back to 3:30? I'm curious to see what they got to see here.
All right, you ready for the number?
Ooh, Colin show.
Scoobity bop 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 bop, and the number is drum roll, please. 196.
196. All
I didn't
right,
see
we're
that
going
number
through
pop
them. I'm
across.
seeing a 199. Okay,
Oh,
that's
Coach Cruz.
Coach Cruz, not 196. Let's see if somebody else beat him.
Was there a 197
now?
or 198?
We got people trying to comment now.
Of course we do. That
I
you're
love
always
it.
gonna get that. Like, you know what I mean? Appreciate you
4
for
off.
Fantasy. You got 4 off.
I think he got it.
I think he got it.
I think he got it. Yep,
Damn,
sure
like, what
enough.
made him pick 199? Congratulations to Coach Cruz. He's like an all-time winner on this show, bro. Like,
I love it. I love
he
it. Weird.
wins
Isn't it weird that you had 2 people guess 196 back to back within seconds of each other?
oh
That's
yeah,
incredible.
it's
Probably
it's so-
because it's after that we announced it.
it's all good, you know. They said that they're on a lag.
Love you, James. Love you, Tyler. Appreciate it, man. But yeah, this is going to do it for us here. I freaking love this. It's time, guys. Football. Here's the thing. 49ers football is not leaving for like 5 months. It's here. It is here. And only good things ahead, man. Gosh.
That's it, man. Yeah. And listen, sky's the limit for this team. Kyle Shanahan, is at an all-time, he's on an all-time high right now. And he hasn't even cracked the sky with what he can do with Trey Lance. Okay. So whatever we've seen, it's probably going to get perfected because that's who Trey Lance is as a person. But I can't even imagine what the things that Trey Lance is going to be able to do. And I'm going to go with Kittle. Like, I'm excited to see the off-schedule throws. I can't remember the last time Jeff Garcia, maybe a little bit of Alex Smith had some off-schedule throws in him. But listen,
Different,
like different, bro. Like this is going to be different, man. Like, you get what I'm saying? So, and a lot of people are gonna be like, well, why is there going to be so many off-schedule throws? Because it's the NFL.
Yeah.
Teams are going to be applying pressure. That's what you do. And when he gets outside, he's able to extend the play. There's going to be somebody wide open. This is going to be crazy.
It's going to be fun. Thank you, Shot Jay. I appreciate that, man. Thank you for the gift. I love it. He's stalling the departure. We ain't mad. Somebody asked where my countdown clock is. I'm on 13. Did Kyle use check this morning? I think that video comes out later tonight. After this, I'm going to start working on number 12. So we're getting lower and lower on that. But, man, I just want to say thank you to the people. Y'all got us through this offseason. We did it together. It's here. And we're going to give you the best content. Wayne and I both walking away from our full-time employment to be with y'all. And very, very happy about that decision and very, very excited for what's to come. Wayne, anything before we jump out of here, my friend?
Let's go.
Oh,
back,
gosh.
baby.
I love it, man. The enthusiasm. I feel it. I'm ready to go. I'm going to go work out after this, actually, because I'm feeling it, man.
I did it this morning. I have to work out in the morning. I'm dead after 12 o'clock, yo.
I feel you there. All right, guys, that's going to do it for us. It should be easy now. But until next time, stay strong, faithful.